Dr. Elena Sherwood, I want to talk about relationships for a moment. More specifically, the kind of flavor I'm getting as responses to my relationship content. It's all good. No need to worry about, is it negative and all of that. But when people are responding, most of the time anyway, I'm getting the impression that they don't think relationships can be made healthy. Like I'm hearing a lot of, well, yeah, that might be nice, but my husband won't tolerate that, or my wife can't handle it. She'll just go so emotional. Like there's this tone of kind of like, what's the point? I gotta say, the point is for the two of you to be together in a healthy way that makes you both better human beings. And so I wish that you would, everybody who's in a relationship, I wish you'd understand that the golden nugget of relationships is this closeness, this intimacy that you get to enjoy. And that usually will only happen, and I'm not talking about the honeymoon stuff because anybody can do the honeymoon stage, but the intimacy I'm talking about happens when you start to really trust each other, when you've let your guard down and the stuff between the two of you, your voices and your words and your issues, that they're all coming through, that you're transmitting it and your partner is receiving it and your partner is processing it in their brain. And then your partner is transmitting back to you and you're receiving it and you're processing it in your brain. The more of that interchange, that back and forth that happens, guess what's happening in the background when all that's going on? You're getting to know each other. And the relationship is feeling safer and safer with every conversation. Now, maybe you're thinking, well, that's hard, but I'm not a trusting person, or my partner is not really a very easy to open up. Okay, that's okay, because healthy relationships isn't only for the people who are very socially adept and excellent communicators. It's for everybody with a heart who can love and wants the love. And so don't overcomplicate it. But the point is for you to just really pay close attention, because if you don't continue this back and forth where you know each other better, you're not going to get to the really good stuff, which is the point. The point where you feel really safe with another human. The point where even if you say whatever it is, that you're not afraid to speak up, because that person is going to accept the best part of you. And they can forgive you messing up your delivery because they care about what you're trying to say. But that only happens when you are freely communicating and you know each other better. It's like a little bit opening up here and there, a bit more, a bit more. The more you're each doing it, the stronger the connection is. And that's how you sustain long distance relationships when it becomes necessary, which happens, especially if you're with someone who's really goal oriented. Or if you're goal oriented, you might need to take a course in another city, or you might need to take a whatever little. But what I'm saying is that strong connection, that secure bond, you can't break that. People don't cheat when they have that strong bond. Not usually, unless they're psychopaths or sociopaths, but we're not talking about them right now. We're talking about most of us everyday people who we want to love well. And so what I'm saying is, get there. The problem is many relationships don't quite get to that point, and then now together, and then there's stress, and the stress feels too big and too heavy, and we get this why bother. And if I were in that, I would be thinking, yeah, why bother? Because you haven't seen the treasure. You're not feeling the treasure. People saying, well, marriage is hard. Marriage is hard, but in the wrong way. Marriage is hard, but there's a right way for it to be hard. It's supposed to be hard because you have to be apart once in a while. It's supposed to be hard because one is maybe going through something and you don't know how to help them. Or maybe they're a little bit moody, or maybe they've got some midlife crisis, or maybe they've got postpartum depression, and maybe they have health issues, and maybe they've let their body go and they feel really ugly and all of that. I mean, that's part of relationships, is we're there. And sometimes it just means letting them speak to us, but letting them talk at us, where we pay close attention to what are they really trying to say? Are they trying to, oh, let me look at the eyes. What are the eyes trying to say? Oh, the eyes are really intense. And oh my goodness, he's got a lot of volume. So he must be feeling really like, I gotta speak, I gotta speak. And oh, the tense shoulders, their shoulders look really tense. And their hands all over the place, like they're really passionate. Ooh, I wonder what they're trying to say. So instead of being upset by maybe there's volume and maybe there's hand gestures and maybe ignore all that and try to get to the essence of the message. And this is the thing. Sometimes the real message is, I just want you to hear me. I want to see that you care about what is in my heart right now. And if you can even do that, if you can even just say, sounds like you're not doing very well right now. How can I help you? If you can even do that, here's another one. Help me understand. You're giving me something and I'm not getting it. So please keep trying because I care. If you can do that too, imagine. Don't you love it when people do that for you? And maybe they'll say, tell me 20 different times. I will tell you 20 different times because I care about you and I really want you to hear this. But that's the gold. That is the gold. It's all the gold. It's also the goal. The gold. So I hope you have found this relationship tidbit helpful. Guys, please comment on any one of my content of any kind of questions you have, because that's the only way I know what you need is when you tell me. I come on live so people can possibly give me some pointers on what they might need. You can always ask questions, post your questions here, maybe later if you're watching this after. But whatever it is, I'm trying very, 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 very hard to give you the content that you want. But please be active in your relationships. Go for the gold. Go for that intimacy and hang on to it tight. Protect it with everything you are. Thank you very much for listening. I'll see you in the next video or my next live. Thank you again.